So talk to us about love in leadership. This whole love in the workplace. Speaking to CEOs, they go, hold on, love, power, nah, I'm not going to talk to my board about love. So share some insights around this.
It's interesting because it is a confrontational and really courageous idea to start speaking about love in an organizational context. But what we found when we started developing the Heart of Leadership workshop, in fact, surprised even us. As much as we're absolutely committed to the idea of love, passion and connection in the workplace, we were quite surprised to find out how many other, perhaps traditionally transactional, powerful leaders and organizations out there have bought into this concept. And for us, when we speak about love and leadership, it's not a soft form of leadership at all. In fact, it's a holistic form of leadership. There's a beautiful Martin Luther King quote that says, "Power without love is reckless and abusive. Love without power is anemic and sentimental." We can get the right balance in our organizations and in our personal leadership between the use of power to drive us forward to achieve objectives and the use of love to really connect communities and to re-inspire the human beings that work in our organizations. We find a really powerful synergy that creates energy and focus.
It's interesting, James, when you mentioned that some CFOs or CEOs are a little concerned by the notion. It's not the experience we're getting at all. A lot of the CEOs we're dealing with are actually turning around and going, it's time for a new breed of leadership. Not a transactional, very head-centric, get things done, commanding style of leadership, but a style of leadership that comes back to a value-based system, that comes back to making the community feel like they belong, that there's this notion of value, matter and meaning, that they feel valued, that they feel like they matter, that they feel like their work has meaning. And when you propose this and you start looking at the research, when you've got people like Rudy Giuliani supporting the notion of love, you've got Warren Buffett, one of the world's greatest investors, turning around and going, love in the workplace is fundamental when he invests in a company. It's the number one criteria.
So I'm hearing you're talking about falling back in love with the organization. So that first 3 months where you went into an organization, you said, yeah, there are a couple of challenges going on in this organization, but what a great opportunity. I work with amazing people. These are the opportunities that we see going forward, and this is going to bring the new sort of invigorated innovation in organizations.
What we see, of course, is immediately we go to the place that says, well, some people, some communities are easier for me to feel love towards than others.
Yeah.
What about those other communities where I really actually don't feel that I love them? And what leaders need to start to understand is that anyone that we've labeled as difficult, resistant to change, obstructive, actually is passionate about something.
Yeah.
We need to connect to their story and understand what drives and motivates them. And that is the door through which real connection and alignment will come. But first, we as leaders need to check in on who am I being in that situation, and can I be appreciative and connected to everybody? There's a really powerful argument that says, how did we get ourselves into the mess that we were in a couple of years ago?
Sure.
With a crisis of ethics in business, with the global financial crisis coming through, and a lot of powerful thinkers are arguing that was about the dominance of power in the workplace. It was all about power, it was all about achievement, it was all about financials, but at any cost. Bringing the idea of love and community and connection back in makes us look at the bigger picture. It's a sustainable, broad corporate citizen approach to not just power and achievement, but also doing the best we can for our communities, both inside and outside of the organization.